Blackstone Publishing and Skyboat Media present The Motion of Light in Water, Sex and Science Fiction Writing in the East Village by Samuel R. Delany. This book is read by Stefan Rudnicki. If, then, the following narrative does not appear sufficiently interesting to engage general attention, let my motive be some excuse for its publication. I am not so foolishly vain as to expect from it either immortality or literary reputation. If it affords any satisfaction to my numerous friends, at whose request it has been written, or in the smallest degree promotes the interests of humanity, the ends for which it was undertaken will be fully attained, and every wish of my heart gratified. Let it therefore be remembered that in wishing to avoid censure, I do not aspire to praise. The interesting narrative of the life of Olaudah Equiano, written by himself. Sentences. An Introduction. My father had been sick almost a year. Already he'd had one lung removed. But after a time home, which he spent mostly in bed listening to programs of eclectic classical music, Penderecki, Kodály's Sonata for Unaccompanied Cello, on WBAI-FM, all of which were new to him and pleased him greatly, or sitting up in his robe and pajamas working on a few ordered and geometric paintings of cityscapes in which there were no people he'd always wanted to paint, he began to grow weaker. Soon he was in pain. Toward the end of September, an ambulance was sent for to take him to the hospital, but the attendants who arrived to strap him into their stretcher, there in the apartment hall in his dark robe and pale pajamas, were too rough, yanking down the straps and buckles over his thin legs that by now could not fully straighten. After asking them twice to loosen them, he began to shout, "Stop it! You're hurting me! Stop!" Lips tight, my mother stood, flustered, embarrassed, and worried at once, perfectly still. My father bellowed at the two white-jacketed young men, one black, one white, "Get out!" An hour later, my grown cousin, called brother, and I helped him down the hall, into the elevator, out to the car, and drove him over to the hospital. Each bump in the rutted Harlem streets made him gasp or moan. The day was shot through with his fear and exhaustion. The pain made him cry when, in his awkward white smock, he had to stretch out on the black, cold X-ray table. I held his hand. "I'm going to fall."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?